Hello?
Hello, is this Dr. Potter?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hey, Dr. Potter, it's Carol from the Reasonable Sanity podcast.
Uh-huh.
Were you still interested in going on the air with Ryan? Because he's doing his show right now, and they're taking...
Well, I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
I thought we had... I don't know. Go on with your question.
Oh, well, he's doing the show right now, and if you'd like to come on the air with him and answer...
Yeah, I'm here waiting.
Okay. That was confusing. I thought you were saying you didn't have any idea what I was talking about.
Whatever. I'm here, ready and waiting.
Oh, what a roller coaster that was. Okay, I'm going to patch you on into the show, and he'll introduce you in just a minute.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
So yeah, just like that, in one weekend out with my buddies, I became the lightweight slap champion of all of South Dakota. And what I can tell you for sure, and they've been advertising this for a long time, but Immoral Juices really does have the best product when you need to forget your yesterlife. Anyways, up next, we're going to be talking to a very special guest that I'm going to have on to talk about cannabis for seniors. And we will be talking to this guest right after this. And we are back, Reasonable Sanity Podcast. I'm Ryan Token. With us, we have an author of Cannabis for Seniors, Doc Potter. Welcome, Doc. Thank you for coming on the show. It's an honor to have you on.
Well, I'm delighted to be with you.
Good. So maybe in 30 seconds to 60 seconds, could you sum up exactly what Cannabis for Seniors is?
Sum it up in 30. Well, first of all, cannabis is an herb and that is medicinal, not medical, but medicinal, and has many positive qualities, and seniors are becoming increasingly aware of its benefits, and they are helping seniors because seniors are over-medicated with opioids.
Thank you. I was hoping that would get brought up because that is a very important part. During my life, I've watched this transition of opioids being pushed down the only way to take care of pain, which we all know isn't true. It probably does serve a place and a time, but it isn't the only place and the only time, and that's where things like cannabis that I've been pushing for my whole life to be legal is finally making its rounds. And you're right, the elderly market really is a big consumer in that. So I think it's great that you're focusing on that to help make sure that information's out there. So thank you.
Well, good. So, in fact, seniors is the fastest growing group of users of cannabis.
Yeah, and at the same time, on the reverse side, they're the fastest that would be using it and then stop too. But it looks like we got a question here from one of the listeners.
Okay.
Looks like line five, you're on with Doc Potter. What's your question?
Hey, Doc Potter, what's up?
What's the question?
Oh, I was just wondering, how often do you butt chug cannabis, you crazy old bitch?
Hold on. No.
I may be crazy. I may be old. I don't know about that other thing. I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, it's okay. I think it was somebody trying to be kind of rude or something, but no.
Okay, well, that's okay. I can take it.
It's one of these anti-pop people. Whenever my show does a subject that has any kind of controversy around it, there's always the extremes who want to call in. So I'm apologizing.
Yeah. No worries.
Line three, what's your question for Doc Potter?
Yes, hello, Dr. Powder. How are you doing today?
I beg your pardon? Can you repeat?
Oh, she asked how you were doing today. It sounds like an
I'm doing terrific. I'm doing very, very well. I got a new hip, and now I have no pain.
Oh, good, yes.
Oh, and I also got a new lens in my eye, and that is wonderful.
Yes,
I can now see better.
It's all about you now, isn't it? I'm on the reefer. I've been reefing it up all day, all night, and I'm feeling quite jolly. Yes.
Good. She I don't know, Doc, but she said she was been ripping it all night, and she's feeling pretty mighty. So good.
Okay. Well, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do I do about the fatty moisture? They're so wet.
Doc, go ahead.
I didn't understand the question.
Oh,
Let me.
caller.
Do you know why people die on opioids and do not die on cannabis? There's something called receptor cells that we have throughout our body. The metaphor is a lock and a key. The receptor cell is something in the body, opioid receptor cells, cannabinoid receptor cells, and that's the lock. And then the key is either the chemical that the body makes or maybe a chemical we take. Let me finish. And so the idea is when you put the key into the lock and turn it. Let me finish, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, you go. It's all about you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut the caller off. But yes, I know exactly what you're saying about those receptors.
So, well, let me go on. So, receptor cells for opioids are in the brain stem, and the brain stem controls breathing. So when you take too many opioids, you stop breathing, and then you die, or one dies. There are no cannabinoid receptor cells in the brain stem. And in fact, there's no evidence that anybody's ever died from cannabis, although if you overeat edibles, one can think they're dying.
And you can get sleep. That's what I've noticed. I've noticed that. If you don't mind real quick, Doc Potter, I just got to do a very about a 2-minute ad break. We'll be right back.
Go right ahead. I'm here at the ready.
All right, here we go.
I don't know if I can keep doing these commercials, Don. The hospital says I shouldn't be drinking in them anymore. And I've been pretty depressed lately, too.
Nah, you got this, Downey. The people adore you. Just say the lines and chug the drink. It's easy money, baby. Here.
Well, okay. I'll guess so. But I better get paid this time. Oh, yeah. That hits the spot. Oh, yeah. Now I feel it. Let's pour another. Oh, hey there, ladies. Damn, I feel good.
Kid, don't forget the lines or we don't get paid.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Dolly the Clown with Immoral Juice here. And today I'm here to tell you about Immoral Juice's new Weed Drank Soda. Not only is it the most potent cannabis-infused drink on the market, but Immoral Juices also adds a little secret something to keep you going all day long. Oh, fuck yeah! Speaking of a little secret something, you got me covered, Don?
Oh yeah, baby. Go ahead, have a little toot on me.
This is the best day of my life. Thank you, Immoral Juices. You are my god.
Sing for me, baby. Sing like a songbird.
Oh, life has been good to me. What can't you see? Oh, life, why can't you see that life's been so good to me? Woohoo! Life has been good to me. Why can't you see that life's been so good to me? Good to me. Woo!
Who's that guy? I don't really know. Sometimes he comes out of the woods and throws his beer cans at cats. But most of the time he just drinks and sings to himself.
That's so weird. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we better go in. My mom said if I ever see him, get away quickly.
Woo, yeah! Immoral Juice's new Weed Drank Soda. It makes 3 different types of shakes go away for up to 4 hours. Get your Weed Drank on today.
Just keep dancing and saying the line, kid.
Get out of here, you stupid cat.
And we are back. I'm Ryan Token. This is Reasonable Sanity Podcast. Our guest with us right now is Doc Potter, who created Cannabis for Seniors. Thank you for being on, Doc. Let me ask you a question about during your lifetime, the legality movement. It's an industry now, and I believe in almost half the states you can use it recreationally. How has that changed your view and your ability to approach the subject as it became more socially acceptable?
Well, that's a long, long story. I might tell you I'm a psychologist, and among other things, I used to be a police trainer.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, that is it is a long story then.
And not only that, I would I've been involved in the so-called cannabis movement for a long time through many different renditions. One of the major problems has to do, especially with cannabis for seniors, has to do with the MDs, the doctors. Doctors are just, number one, not trained, they're naive, and number two, they're conflicted because they get a lot of money and drugs from pharmaceuticals.
Right, and that's what I've been pushing. What I've been advocating for years now is that the marijuana lobbyists need to get their teeth and their fangs inside all of the medical facilities around the United States and then spread into other countries. They need to get their money sunk in there so they really push the message. So I think the ground needs to get even, and that's the way to do it.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the way to do it is, but I'm just saying that with the MDs not being basically educated, it's not part of the curriculum. They're not educated and pretty much have a negative viewpoint. I gave a talk at UCSF Institute for the Aging, and there were about, 100 people there and one MD. And the man just kept trying to shut down my talk. He was going to try to prevent me from giving my talk.
He thinks that accepting money from the marijuana lobby is dirty, and he needs to quit. He needs to accept that money and push the product. I get it. Looks like line 8. Hold on here. We got line 8 lighting up.
Okay.
Line 8, you're on with Doc Potter. What's your question? Or was that not line 8, Carol? Line 2? Line 2, you're on with Doc Potter. What's your question?
Right. Well, I have more of a statement. I totally disagree with Doc Potter. Basically, I don't think she knows what she's talking about. My son, who was 23 years old, died from a cannabis overdose. He wasn't smoking the cannabis; he was injecting, and they said that his receptors became very hypersensitive, and that it went straight to his brain, into his spinal cord, and then he died from the injection.
One,
he had a lethal injection of marijuana.
You don't know what he was injecting. I've never heard of anybody injecting cannabis.
He was injecting marijuana. They
called it
purple
Where did he get
liquid.
This marijuana
liquid
that he injected?
form. He had a spoon they found next to him, which he melted the cannabis down into a liquid form, and then he put it in a syringe and he injected the cannabis, and he died. He died from one syringe shot.
Chemical analysis of this. That doesn't sound like cannabis. That sounds like heroin in the spoon.
Well, no, he would never do anything. Marijuana was a gateway drug. And,
no, marijuana is not a gateway drug. The gateway
it doesn't take a genius to know he died from
marijuana
cannabis.
Marijuana is not a gateway drug. Marijuana is not a drug. Marijuana is an herb. It's not a drug.
I
is
myself
a
almost
chemical
passed out.
Where each and every dose is exactly the same. That's not the case with marijuana. It's an herb.
When I came into the room and I smelled the marijuana that was left over, the remnants that he didn't inject in his arm, I almost myself perished from all the marijuana smoke.
I think you're confused. If he were injecting it in his arm, it would have to be some sort of liquid, and it wouldn't have an odor.
It was concentrated marijuana that he got from a dispensary.
You only smell it when it's smoked.
Wow, that is.
No, he heated it up in a spoon. He heated it up with a spoon and a lighter.
It would not
liquid,
smell
and then
the same.
he injected
it. Would not smell. It wouldn't be the same. I think you're very confused.
Okay.
It sounds like he was using heroin or some other opiate.
Are you saying my son was a heroin addict?
I don't know anything about your son. I'm only responding to what you were saying.
Ma'am, this was classic
not,
marijuana paraphernalia. It was a spoon, there was a lighter, there was a needle.
That's ma'am. Every woman is not an M word. That is highly offensive. The word ma'am.
Okay.
Anyway, did you have a chemical analysis of this spoon?
Yes.
You're just making up stuff. You haven't a preconceived attitude, and you are unclear as to what you're saying.
Cut the call, Carol. Cut the call. Okay, thank you. Sorry he got rude, Doc. I am so sorry about that.
It doesn't matter. I can take it. Believe me.
I'm trying to cut the call just a bit.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to jump to 8. 8, go ahead. What's your question for Doc Potter?
All right. I just basically want to know why she wants to harsh everybody so much, because I mean, I've been taking plenty of these with the opiums and stuff, and I'm fine.
Those are fine.
Yeah, I'm just fine. I don't know what her problem is.
Okay.
Or why she's got to be yelling so much, and she just sounds really angry.
Well, I'm not sure what this man's talking about.
A lot of opium, ma'am, and you're just not chill.
Opiums are addictive, and the problem is that pretty soon they don't work, so you have to take greater and greater doses for the same effect, and they're highly addictive, and if you OD on them, you can die easily.
Do you hear her? Do you hear that?
Fine. All right.
Yelling, all that yelling. Oh my God.
I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to go ahead and prescribe you 1 marijuanas, okay?
Tell that bitch that she can just...
Go ahead, and we're going to do the one last one, Doc, if you don't mind. One last one. Looks like...
No, that's fine. I mean, these calls are entertaining. It sounds like everybody is negative on the subject, but go ahead.
I got a weird batch of people that listen and call into this show, that's for sure. Line 4, you're on with Doc Potter. What's your question?
Hi, Doctor. Now I'm a big marijuana enthusiast myself, and I've been trying to get my parents, because they are a little bit older, and they are very hesitant because of the social stigma, and they don't want to get high because it confuses them. But I have got them smoking the CBD herbs right now, and how would you recommend to go about what should I get like a THC, like a distillate, and add it to it slowly over time?
First of all, why do you want to push smoking upon your parents? There are many ways
I want to get them high because I like it.
And it's like smoking, and they could be much more effective. Smoking is, why are you pushing that on them?
Okay, so are you saying I should make them a brown? I should try and put it in their brownie or something?
They could use salves that they rub into their skin that are very effective. There are a lot of things besides pushing smoking on people.
Whoa, chill. I'm really high. I'm trying to get them high. Like, you know how when you get your dog or your cat high because it's funny to watch them? That's what I'm trying to do with my parents.
It's not funny. People give pot to their dogs, and they don't realize. I wrote a book, Cannabis for Canines. THC is toxic to dogs. People think it's funny. It's not.
Lady, please. I'm trying to get my parents high so I can look at them and laugh at the funny things they do.
Why do you want to get your parents high?
So I can look at them and watch them.
That's like breaking all the rules, pressing other people to get high.
For entertainment, it's good for them or something.
You think it's good for them. What do they think?
So I should slip them edibles, is what you're saying, or try and put a tincture into their coffee.
Edibles is a possibility, but one has to know how to use edibles, or they can have a bad trip.
I'll give them a lot then. I'll use an MCT oil as a base, and I'll add soy. It's like a soy lecithin for it.
I beg your pardon?
I said I'd add a soy lecithin to an MCT coconut oil base.
So?
I'll slip that in their coffee, and they'll get high as hell, and they won't even know. Thank you. Excellent advice. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you. That was good advice, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is where I can't really contribute.
The byword with seniors, first of all, seniors have to learn how to use cannabis. A lot of people think from the 60s, stoners who just smoke a lot or whatever.
Let
me finish, please. Seniors have to learn how to use it, number one, and the byword is start low and go slow.
Okay, but let me finish, because they need to go ahead and they need to learn it like I did. I learned it between 15 and maybe younger, and then that's what taught me.
Well, it's not clear what you learned when you were 15.
I was 15 and it felt like I was on a roller coaster, and it was really cool.
You're trying to force getting high on your parents. There are many other uses of cannabis besides getting high, and it's sort of a violation of individual freedom to be forced to get high.
Let me finish. I like to get high and be on a roller coaster.
That's what you like to do, but you're saying that you're trying to force your parents to smoke.
I think you're having one of those marijuana moments because...
No, I'm not having a marijuana moment.
You just confused me with the caller who hung up like 2 minutes ago.
I'm sorry.
Maybe we should stick to the pills. Maybe the marijuanas isn't the best because I like my memory. I like to remember who I'm talking to. Doc Potter, thank you for coming on and thank you for letting me finish.
Okay, well, good luck with your podcast.
All right. Thank you. This has been Reasonable Sense Podcast. Good night, everyone.
Okay.
Wait, let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. Good night, everyone.
She's real grouchy for like.
Okay,
being into
well, thank
marijuana.
you.
Oh, you're still there,
Good
ma'am.
luck with your program.
Didn't know you're there, ma'am. Still.
I would recommend smoking some and really chilling out for a little bit.
Yeah, 'cause you're real grouchy, ma'am. You're so grouchy.
Who's grouchy? Me or Ryan?
Oh no, you are incredibly grouchy, ma'am.
I'm not, ma'am. That's highly offensive. I'm Doc
Beverly,
Potter.
Beverly,
I earned
ma'am.
it.
Ma'am,
I'm
Beverly.
Doc Potter. I earned it.
Ma'am, let her finish. Carol, go.